Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Random Episode. This is the podcast where we watch a random episode of a TV show from a random series that neither of us have watched before. I am Varin.
And I'm Christy.
As always, thank you, Lars Jesus, for our intro song. This week, folks, we are talking about Dance Moms, Season 5, Episode 17. Video, Killed the ALDC Star. This one aired April 21st, 2015 on Lifetime. And the episode summary from IMDb says, this is a lengthy one, folks. It's the ALDC's last competition in LA, and JoJo and Kendall have challenging solos. To add to the pressure, Nia and Kendall are both shooting their music videos this week. While Holly and Jill initially remain supportive of each other's daughters as recording artists, their competitive sides get the best of them, which results in an all-out war.
Wow, that's basically the episode.
That is basically the episode. It's going to make our life a lot easier.
All right.
With that background. And folks, if you have not watched this one, that summary does a pretty good job. You don't have to watch this one.
Don't watch it.
But Christy, what did you know about Dance Moms before watching this episode?
Look, as somebody who loves reality TV and lots of trashy reality TV, I know all about this show. So I know about Abby, I know about JoJo Siwa, some of the other girls. Like I knew what the show's about, and there was a reason I never watched it. It maybe just felt too trashy for a person who likes trash reality television. So,
oh my God, too trashy.
It was, we'll get into it, but just, the whole premise I had some concerns about. So, yeah, I knew all about it though. I don't know. What about you?
I have heard of Dance Moms.
Okay.
And knowing that's a reality TV show, you know me, I'm not into reality TV. So knowing that's a reality TV show, something about moms and dancing, I'm out.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's about it. So, but I didn't know recently because JoJo Siwa, and folks, this one is slightly random. We did select an episode with JoJo Siwa.
Yeah, we did want to watch JoJo.
We wanted to see her, what all the hype was about back then. And I knew of her because only Saturday Night Live has been doing skits because of her music video that came out. What was it, like a year or two ago?
Oh, I don't even know about I don't know about her more recent stuff.
Oh, she hit some ridiculous music video.
Okay.
And SNL made fun of it. And then I turned to my wife, said, who is this JoJo Siwa person that they're talking about? Though I will say that I did recognize her from like Target and like Walmart. She had a whole clothing line and I think toy line too.
Yes.
So I know JoJo Siwa was a big deal. And when I saw them making fun of SNL, I was like, okay, I have to go watch this music video.
Okay.
And it is a bonkers, crazy, ridiculous, stupid music video. So that is the extent of my knowledge about Dance Moms and JoJo Siwa.
I was going to ask you because, I was thinking about why I don't know a ton about JoJo. I did a little bit of a deep dive, but I definitely heard of her and I have some connections with some of the stuff she's done, but she was super popular in like the late 2010s, which I just feel like was the wrong time for us to like know who she was, sure. Right? Like we were adults, like out of college. Like this was the time where I had my like babies, like so I had like my little kids and they were both boys. So like I just feel like there was no reason for me to have JoJo Siwa in my life. Like she was very marketed towards girls. So I just didn't have a lot, but I don't know if, so it sounds like you didn't really have any frame of reference like when she was big in the 2010s.
Again, I think because I do have a daughter, and at Target there are line of clothing that she has. So I think we had one or two of her items.
Okay.
That's the extent of I knew. And there were pictures associated along with the clothing lines.
Yeah. So you know what she looks like.
So I knew what she looked like. Yeah. I had an idea.
Yeah.
Same, late 2010s.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Okay, just wondering. Well, as we get into it, I'll drop some knowledge about JoJo.
Oh, drop some knowledge.
Can't
wait.
This is why you all came
wait.
here. You all really wanted to get caught up on JoJo Siwa's life. I know. So I got you.
Well, hold. I need to get some Advil out because my Advil from earlier is wearing off. I did watch this show today.
Okay.
So it is very fresh.
So fresh.
Very
That's
fresh.
perfect. Okay, great.
All right. So we're going to switch things up. And Christy, I'm going to have you walk us through this recap.
You know, as the reality TV aficionado of the group, that sounds good to me. So the recap that you read is very, that's pretty comprehensive. But it really feels like the majority of the drama of this episode is this like Abby Kendall versus Holly Nia music video situation, right? So like Kendall's in a music video and Nia's also in a music video. Those are both the dancers, right? So like Abby has this elite dance crew. That's like the premise of the show. So Kendall is being managed / like directed / like, I don't know, like Abby's in charge of Kendall's video shoot, right? And then Holly is Nia's mom. And Holly is like outsourced Nia's shoot to all the famous people. She's name dropping like all the famous people. So the situation is like whose video is going to be better, right? Is it Kendall's video that's led by Abby, or is it going to be Nia's video that's led by Holly's team of famous people? And that's really like the crux of most of the drama.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I think that's about it. Right. And I get where Holly, Nia's mom, is coming from. And mind you, these are, 13, 14-year-old children?
They're teenager, like max 16 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, these girls are children. Yeah.
Yes. And it is crazy to me that these moms are putting them not only through this dance school with this psychotic woman named Abby,
Yeah.
but also, pushing them into a pop star life at 13, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
That is just crazy to me. And it's way too early for them. But
yeah,
I'm guessing I'm going to have to be obviously Team Holly here. Well, actually, let's discuss this.
Well, I don't know, actually. Okay. So like, yeah. So clearly both Kendall's mom and Nia's moms, like they're like these stage moms, like pushing them to become famous pop stars.
Right.
And they're like, you're going to become famous. Like, you're going to be a pop star. Like, this music video is going to be your intro. And I guess, like, because they've been coming up under Abby and, like, they've learned how to dance. I guess in our music industry, like, you don't have to be a singer to be a famous pop star. That's been proven many times over. So, like, the fact that they're dancers, as long as they can make a good music video, they can become pop stars.
I guess so.
Which is the premise, but I realized as I'm watching, I'm like, I don't know who this Kendall person is, and I don't know who this Nia person is. And this was made, 10 years ago? So like,
10 years, almost 10
whatever
years ago.
happened to them. So I Googled all the girls on the show to be like, because like, did it work? Like basically the whole premise of the show is like, these girls all want to be famous. Their moms really want them to be famous. So like, did it work out for them? Kendall is, I don't want to call her a nobody. Like she clearly is a person and like is doing what she wants to do, but like, did not become famous, and Nia also did not become famous, though Nia now attends UCLA. So like she's in college, she's doing dance, so I'm happy for her. But like the whole idea is these music videos are going to make them famous.
Right. And it didn't work. It didn't work. I will say, for this show's credit, it did get me probably to do the most research post watch than
I needed
any
to know
other
a lot.
shows. I needed to know like what the hell happened to these children.
I know.
And yeah, I saw that Nia is at UCLA. Do you see where Kendall is?
No.
Oh, she's at my alma mater, James Madison University.
Actually?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
She graduates this year.
Oh, wow. Good for her. That's a good dance team school.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
The Dukettes. I think she stopped. She wasn't doing it this year.
Oh, that's too like all this was for nothing. No, that's sad. No.
Yes, I think this whole everything for this show is all for nothing. And I believe that Nia. It sounds like Nia was an original of Abby's crew.
She was like the longest running person on the show.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, so like the premise, I guess, is supposed to be it's about the moms. And like this is very typical of like a Bravo show too. It's like they have to be over the top. Like they have to be like very outlandish and like they have to cause arguments. They have to yell at each other. Like that's what they're being paid to do. So a lot of this was hard for me with all sorts of shows like this, right? Like what is actually real and what is them just faking drama, which I guess at the end of the day doesn't matter. A show is a show, like it's entertainment or not. But like even all these fights and like all the drama between Holly and like her video shoot and like the other moms, it just felt so fabricated.
100%. Oh, very fabricated. And I would like to edit what I said earlier. I am not Team Holly. I am Team Nia in this situation. Because, yes, both Holly and Jill, I believe the mom's name is, Kendall's mom's name, Jill, are just terrible people.
Yeah.
And honestly, Child Protective Services should be called on all of these.
Well, and Abby as well is a terrible human being.
Horrible human being.
So anyway, fast forward. So this whole week in LA, like Kendall's doing her video shoot, Nia's doing her video shoot, and Abby is basically treating Nia like shit and treating Kendall like a queen at like practice. Like ostensibly they're all on the same team. Like they all still go to Abby's, dance school or whatever. So like she should be they should all be getting her attention at dance practice. And she's basically like, Kendall, you're the best. Like Kendall, you'll get a solo. Kendall, you're going to win. You're so good. And like Nia, no. They do like, here's the pyramid.
Yes,
Nia, you're at the bottom.
Explain to me the pyramid. Please explain to me the pyramid.
I don't fully understand the pyramid. I was never a dancer. So, but then like, they don't mean pyramid like as in a cheerleading pyramid. Like they're not actually like standing on top of each other. Like
that is what I thought it was going to be.
I think it has to do with like positioning, like who stands where in the dance. I don't know. Dancers, like correct me if I'm wrong. But I think the pyramid she was talking about was like who's like the worst. Like, who's been performing the worst?
Poor Mackenzie.
Like, you're in the back.
Poor Mackenzie.
Well, Mackenzie's sick this week. Like,
she was like the Toby of the show.
Well, and did you know Maddie and Mackenzie are sisters?
I learned that later.
Okay. Yeah.
But poor Mackenzie is like, they told her, Abby's telling her, you do not perform well. You are terrible. And then you're not feeling well, so you won't be performing this week. It's like, they don't give her any lines. They don't give her any lines because this is clearly a scripted show.
Yes.
And she just sits there and just looks sad.
And she's like 12 at this point. Like she's like a full
so bad for her.
Baby child. Yeah. So I don't know. So they have this pyramid on like who's good and who's not good. And like Nia clearly is like being brought down a peg. And it's just, I don't know. Again, I get that this is probably for entertainment, but it's children. Like you are telling a child that they are terrible and that's why they're being brought down in the pyramid. And then now obviously Maddie's the best, but like, oh, and now like Kendall, like you're going up because you have this music video that I'm directing.
Yeah.
It's just like such abuse. It's like manipulation and abuse of children.
Exactly. It's just so horrible and unnecessary
Yeah.
and just so spiteful because even so what I gathered was Nia and her mom set a meeting with a bunch of other people for her video and didn't invite Abby. And Abby kept saying that I'm her manager or I'm not her manager. Do you know this?
That's unclear to me. Like Abby runs the dance company,
right.
The studio, but I don't think that automatically means she's their manager. I think she was maybe just using that, right, like in a manipulative way of like, you're in charge of you and like now you're going off and like working with other people. That's my hunch is that she's not actually like a signed contract manager. She's just being a bitch.
Well, she thinks she has some role as authority over these children.
Yeah.
And Nia goes up and like an adult in the situation asks Abby to be at her music shoot the next day. And Abby is the child and says no.
This was heartbreaking.
It was.
Nia's like 13 at this point, and she genuinely is like, it would mean a lot to me if you were there. Like, I'd really appreciate having you there. And Abby's just like, nope, you blew me off. You should have had me at your meeting. Like, this is a child.
Exactly.
It was, again, like, maybe it's acting for TV, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're abusing a child.
Yes.
Like, I hope Nia's okay.
I hope so too. And what I took away from this show really was that in this reality show, quote unquote, reality show here, the children, the dancers that we saw, they seem to have real, genuine emotions
Yeah.
and real genuine conversations.
Yeah.
And they're really trying. They're really trying to be dancers here.
I know.
It's all the adults around them that are acting and
I know.
being ridiculous.
Well, and like again, in theory, the show's called Dance Mom, so like it is, I guess, in theory, supposed to be about the moms, and like the moms are the ones bringing the drama. But like at the end of the day, your kids are involved, and if it was truly just the moms yelling at each other, like fine. But the element of the child abuse, like, really makes this not okay.
Yes.
And the fact that this has been such a long running show. And it's like the 2010s, like this was 10 years ago that we are celebrating this child abuse. It's just bonkers to me. The fact that these stage moms are signing up to do this show. Oh my God.
Happily. Very happily.
Yeah.
And because Jill, Kendall's mom, she is the worst from what we saw in this episode, because she just seems to be a total suck up to Abby.
Oh yeah. Well, at least now.
She throws her child under the bus.
Yeah.
Completely agrees with everything that Abby says. Won't defend her child at all.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, no, the moms are pretty gross. I mean, some of the moms, at least in this episode, aren't very, like, some of them are more quiet in this episode. We don't hear from everybody. I mean, I know earlier you said you were Team Holly. Like, I do feel like Holly, Nia's mom, is doing what's she thinks is best for Nia. So, like, in that regard, and she's, like, posting on social media about her daughter. Like, she's trying to get the best of the best people to work with her daughter. Like, in that regard, I would agree that maybe I'm more on her side, but just the way she, I don't know, the arguments she gets in, the fights she gets in, the way she talks to people.
Fights is just over the top. But
it's wild.
And the reason why I'm Team Holly / Nia, again, really Nia, is because if you are trying to get the best for your child, and you see that Abby is also doing the same thing with another child, sure, that's fine. That means Abby's got a heavy workload just to manage this girl and her music video on top of managing a whole school out in Pittsburgh. And you're expanding out here in LA.
She's busy. She's a busy woman.
She is super busy. So if I'm Holly, I'm seeing this, I'm like, you know what? She cannot fully commit, and she doesn't even do this shit. And so I'm like, I'm going to go and find the best. I'm going to go get Katy Perry stylist and Janet Jackson's makeup artist. My wife and I were laughing so hard.
She's got a name drop. Okay, on that topic, let's talk about Nia's video shoot. Do you know Aubrey O'Day?
No. No idea who this is. Who is it?
Let me teach you.
Was she okay, my stab at this is that she's an alumni of this dance school.
She's not, but you're in they're like right around. Okay, so Nia's mom reaches out to Aubrey O'Day, and like that's who she's working with and like collaborating, choreographing for this video, whatever. So Aubrey O'Day is a member of the girl group Danity Kane. You have to have heard of them.
That sounds familiar.
They sing Damaged. My heart is damaged.
I don't remember.
DAMAMGED.
No, not ringing a bell.
I'm sure you've heard it. I was really into some of their music.
Maybe you sing some more. How about you keep going for the fans?
And then Showstoppers.
These all sound the same.
Okay, it's all the same. Okay, so here's where I think you'll find this interesting. So Danity Kane was formed by P. Diddy in the mid.
Okay.
I've got Burns.
Okay.
So now some of the members of Danity Kane are part of
the lawsuit. Oh wow. Because okay, now we're getting interesting. Yep.
So he like controlled their group. He was in charge of like the decisions of their group.
Oh my God.
And So Aubrey O'Day I don't think is part of it, but some of the other like past members are. I mean, technically I think their group still exists, but like not really. But yeah, I knew her immediately. I was like, oh, there's Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane. Anyway, so at the time this came out, she probably was even more well known. But little Danity Kane connection for you.
All right.
Aubrey O'Day.
Aubrey O'Day. There we go.
Part of bringing in the P. Diddy to this whole conversation.
And do you know who the Me Boys? The famous Me Boys, as Holly says. The two guys who are dressed up, like painted all silver.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I had to Google this.
Okay.
Because she said the famous Me
Yeah.
Boys when she was like
Yeah.
name dropping.
Yeah.
And the only connection that I could find Googling is the connection to this show. So I don't even know if these are really
so they're not
famous
really famous.
people.
Anyway, so listen. So they show, Nia's video being produced. I thought it was actually kind of cool. Like, it was pretty good production value.
Seriously.
She had, like, really cool costumes. Her hair and makeup did look great. Like,
Yes.
especially, so they had, at the beginning, showed us Kendall's video shoot. And it was just, I don't know.
Kendall's look so bad.
Kendall's was so bad.
So bad compared to Nia's.
Kendall's was like them wearing slutty Air Force uniforms, like dancing in like an airline hangar.
Yes.
Right? Like they were just doing some like military, but like
Yes.
it was terrible.
I don't think there are any. I don't recall if there were any outfit changes.
No, it was just the one slutty uniform.
Right.
Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah, it looked really bad. Compared
yeah.
to, they even had Abby like pouring water on some dude.
Yeah, it was real low budget.
Real low budget.
Yeah.
So I can see again, and compared to Nia's, which had multiple outfit changes, multiple.
Her hair looked cool. Her makeup looked cool. Like you pay for the best, you get the best.
Yes.
Yeah. No, her video was cool. Again, like she was singing in it, I guess. So I'm like, are you a singer? It didn't go anywhere. Sorry for you, Nia. But like, I think she seems to be doing well now.
Yeah, I think she's got a pretty strong Instagram, social media following.
Yeah. So like the pop star thing, it didn't work out, but the video seemed cool, and I think she's doing okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the video competition just kind of like overlays like the whole episode of like the tension of the moms is really like based on like this competition of whose video is better. Which again, there's no competition. Nia's is better.
Yes. Absolutely.
Can we just all agree that Nia's is better?
Yes.
Yeah, and move on.
And
I don't know.
But then between Jill and Holly, there's like the competition arguing going on, which is just stupid.
Yeah.
And then there's between Abby and Holly, which is just again just stupid.
Yeah. Well, and then Abby's trying to say that like Nia's outfits were like inappropriate, which like all these dance competition outfits are like kind of. Also, like the uniform, like the slutty military uniform, like that wasn't even like, I don't know. If we're talking of like what looks trashier, it was yours, Abby. I'm sorry.
It really was.
It was not good.
It really, really was. Looked so much more professional.
Yeah.
And Nia's.
Yeah.
And I guess Holly's whole thing is that she was supportive the day before of Jill and Kendall, and then the day of Nia's, all of them just ganged up on and just talk shit. And so again, Holly had a point.
Yeah, but like also the whole Aubrey O'Day of it all. Like Aubrey O'Day for some reason hates Abby.
Apparently,
like that was like an
really
interesting twist. Like she had a lot of really mean shit to say about Abby.
Which is why I thought she was an alumni, because she apparently knew Abby really well.
They're in the same industry or something. Like she's definitely had experiences with Abby. But what's interesting is I'm assuming Abby. Maybe I shouldn't assume that Abby like is involved in the production of the show. I don't know. But like to have somebody who like actively hates Abby be a guest star on the show, maybe Abby's not involved in production. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make Abby look good. I don't know.
I mean, she can do that herself, make herself not look good.
Well,
so.
That's true. I don't think anything about the show makes her look good.
No.
It's rough. Okay, is there anything else about the videos that we didn't touch on?
I don't think so. Again, I just wondering, are these real songs? But maybe they were released somewhere.
Somewhere maybe on the dark web.
Yes.
Okay, so at the same time this week in LA, there's one more competition. So like, this is the other part that I was never on a dance team, so I don't know. But like the competition's apparently in like a couple days, and she's like, okay, let me decide who's doing the routines. I don't know. So like, I was a competitive gymnast. It's not the same thing. But like when we had competitions, you practiced your routines for like weeks leading up to it. Like it was never like, competition in 2 days. Like let's learn a new routine. So I don't know, maybe the dance world is different, but it made it look like these girls were like all learning brand new choreography and routines in like 2 days.
That's what
That's what
I
I
agree.
It
that's what
like.
it made it look like. But that can't be.
That can't be, right?
It can't be.
Okay.
Well, maybe in Kendall's case because
Well,
she forgot her.
Kendall's pretty bad. But regardless, so JoJo gets a solo, which I was really excited about. She looked so cute.
Yes.
She's like 12 in this episode. She was adorable. And then Kendall, of course, got the other solo. And I'm sure
Right.
there were other solos. They just cut it out to make it look more dramatic. That's my hunch.
Right.
I don't know. Like I feel like all the girls get a solo opportunity.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
And then they have this group dance, which again, I'm like, they put this group dance together in 2 days.
Right.
I don't believe it.
Platinum.
Platinum is
Because
the group dance.
Abby was fucking obsessed with making the connection between Platinum and Platinum Records. She quizzed the girls. She brought every time she talked about Platinum, she talked about like selling records and selling millions, and it was, yeah, it was so much.
It was a lot.
So much.
Yeah. But maybe she did just come up with the platinum dance then because it was like top of mind for her this week.
Do you think that at this episode we watched, 2015, do you think she is choreographing for the show?
That is my biggest question with this show. Like, is Abby really the choreographer? I don't think so. There's no way.
I don't think so.
First of all, I don't think she's the main choreographer in general. I think she's just like in charge. There's
just her
no
school.
way. Like, I'm sure at some point in her life, she was a dancer and a choreographer. But like,
Yes.
I can't see a world where she is the main choreographer at this stage.
I agree because when she was getting up to criticize one of the girls, I think it was
One of the
JoJo,
girls.
and trying to do the dance moves, like she could barely do the dance moves herself. I'm like, you can barely do the moves. How the hell are you going to be teaching these girls how to do dance moves?
I know.
It was
Yeah.
so bad.
Okay, that was my take as well. But again, like the show makes it seem like it's just, are we supposed to be dumb? Like, are we supposed to like suspend belief? Like the way the show is making us believe that like in 2 days, Abby choreographed and taught these girls these routines and like put all of this together. Maybe I'm not dumb enough to watch this show.
I don't think we are dumb enough for this show.
Or I don't know. It's rough. So anyway, so part of this episode is them like prepping for this competition. And JoJo's routine is JoJo wearing a straight jacket. So like it actually ends up being kind of cool. Like I don't even remember, what was it called? Like I forget, like something about, like, restraint maybe. Yeah, like
was-
I feel like it was cool. And like she starts, so like dancing without arms is really challenging, and then like busts out of the straight jacket. So I thought hers was cool, and then Kendall's was like, I don't know, marching major, and she was like marching around. Like comparatively, JoJo's was a way cooler routine than Kendall's in my estimation.
No, I agree. I completely agree that JoJo's was so much better. The straight jacket was a cool element. Thought she crushed. I was really impressed when she was dancing. I was like, okay, I see why she is a famous dancer because she was
Yeah.
really good. And Kendall's was not good. It was pretty bad. And I'm not a dance instructor or critique at all, but I do watch Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
So I do consider myself an amateur judge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let's not forget, you forgot to mention who are the judges of this competition.
I was saving that for the big reveal that the judges are kids. Like, is this made up? This is not a real thing. So, like, this major competition, we have to win. Like, this is the most important competition of our lives. Also, children are judges. What?
Yeah, are you fucking kidding me? Yes.
So these random children are the like judges that we're trying to impress. It just makes this entire thing even more bullshit.
It's so dumb. Like, what standing does this have? Like, what? Any trophies or whatever you get? Are you gonna put this up in your studio? That we won over a bunch of kid judges and we won this competition. No, this is stupid. Like, they won. They ended up winning the group routine.
Yeah.
So who cares?
No, it literally,
it's a meaningless competition.
It's literally meaningless. I literally wrote in my notes during the competition, like, is this even real? Or like, is this just for show? Like, is this a fake staged competition for this show to just like create drama? Like, I genuinely think it was. And they were like, oh, can't get any adults. So like, let's put these kids here and like sit them at the judges table and like, we'll call it a day. It seemed like such a joke. And it made it even worse how serious Abby was yelling at them.
Yes.
I'm like, this is a fake competition.
This isn't real.
These are children judges.
because it honestly seemed like they rented out a high school.
Yes.
And because when the girls show up, there's all these quote unquote fans standing outside.
No.
That seemed like just brought in extras,
Random
whatever.
extras, yes.
And they pack in this high school auditorium,
Yep.
and that was it. Because
Yes.
they had a big screen and a projector, and the name of the competition was like Dance Kids. So I'm like, what came first, Dance Kids or Dance Mom? Because I really get the sense that Dance Moms came first, and Dance Kids was supposed to be some maybe offshoot, maybe hoping to see if this. It was so fucking dumb.
It was all made up. It was run by kids. Like the announcers were kids. Like everything about it was like kid run. It was the most crazy, bizarre. Anyway, so JoJo's performance, again, I thought was really good. My favorite part, and like the only reason that I enjoyed watching any of this show was the dancing. Like I genuinely really enjoy watching dancing. I thought JoJo's was so good. I could have watched like more of that. Yeah, Kendall's was not good. Like even if she hadn't quote unquote messed up, like it just wasn't good. Like the choreography
was not good.
Like, it was just not good.
And I do appreciate that, the dancing part, right? I appreciate that they didn't. I don't think they showed us the whole dance routine, but I'm glad that they didn't gloss over it and just show little snippets and cut to like the moms talking like in the middle of it. I like that they actually showed us some solid dancing.
Yes.
It was a break. It was a nice reprieve from the moms.
It really was. For like 2 minutes, I was like smiling. Like, this is a really beautiful, wow, watching these girls is so beautiful. And then comes Abby yelling at them again. But the group dance was also really pretty. Like I thought the group dance, they did a really nice job. Like they looked really pretty. Yep. So I liked that. But the kids, the child judges, I don't think they understood the straitjacket.
I don't think so.
Because they're fucking children. So like they don't know what restraint and like the messaging behind the straitjacket dance was supposed to mean. So JoJo didn't even place.
Which blew my mind. Blew my mind. Which again,
it's children.
They're children judges who are probably also just like out to make a point, and I would not trust that their judgments whatsoever. No. This is so dumb, Christy. This is so dumb.
The fact that we're even talking about, so Kendall placed, like Kendall's shitty ass performance.
How?
Because it's children judging it. Like they literally are like, oh, that girl's uniform is pretty, 5th place. Like they don't know anything. They're literally children judges. It's wild.
And the saddest part was how upset both Kendall and JoJo were afterwards.
I know.
After Kendall knew she blew her performance, she said, and what did she say? Abby's gonna get mad at me. Mad.
Yeah. And the same with JoJo. Poor JoJo, who's like 12, is like sobbing that Abby's gonna be so disappointed in me because these child judges didn't like my performance.
Right.
And then Abby comes in and she's like, don't worry, JoJo, those judges don't know anything. And I'm like, you're right. They're literally children.
That's the smartest thing you've said all show.
I know.
But when Kendall got upset, like they're all together and she is obviously upset because her mom keeps poking. Jill keeps asking, what's wrong? What's wrong? And Kendall's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And then she starts crying. And Abby, what does Abby say? She says, if you are crying, you're doing 1,000 push-ups.
Yeah.
And Jill, like the lapdog that she is to Abby, goes, no, she's not crying. She's not crying. I'm like, no, stand up for your damn daughter.
I know. There's no crying in Dance Moms, okay, Barn?
Oh my God.
It's horrific. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, my final line that I wrote is Abby's crazy. Like, she's a monster.
Yes, she is.
The moral of the story of this show and this episode is Abby's a monster.
100%.
And I just feel for these girls and like, does Abby, like, does she have a soul? Like you are in a profession where you just yell at children all day.
Well, I do know that she's gotten in trouble for stealing money a bunch before, and I think during and after the show.
That checks out.
Did you see why Lifetime and her parted ways?
No.
So I believe that around the time of George Floyd,
oh God,
she did post something in support of George Floyd and the
Okay.
movement. But then all the girls of color came out and said how Abby was just terrible to them. And you could see
I
it.
mean,
You saw it
in
in
case we
this
didn't say
episode.
it, Nia is black. She's the
Yes.
only black girl in this entire show. So yes, the one who's getting the most abused in this episode is the black girl.
Right. So it was not a good look when when Abby was, calling out the only black girl, when all the white dance moms were calling out and ganging up against the only black mom. Yeah, no. So there was a history of this, and she did come out and apologize, but I believe that's why Lifetime broke up with her.
Oof. And yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad that came up because that was like an underlying, just kind of like icky feeling as well.
So
Yeah. That
uncomfortable.
again, we haven't mentioned, but all the other girls featured are white and Neo's the only girl of color. And yeah, I don't know if this is every episode, right? Like, but still, like you can feel the vibe that there's a different level of treatment here.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I don't love that. Oh, Nia, I just hope I want the best for you.
Yeah.
That's
so
all.
Do I.
know. Okay, so we both did some Googling to see what happened to all of these girls. Did you know Maddie Ziegler?
My wife had to tell me
Okay.
that she was the girl dancer from, and they mention it in this show,
Yeah.
this episode, Sia's
music video for Chandelier.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's like her biggest claim to fame.
Right. I think that's it.
But I think she's in other stuff. Like she is probably second to JoJo in terms of fame from the show. I don't really know anything about her, but I do think she's had some fame.
I think so.
And her sister's Mackenzie, and I don't think she's as famous, but maybe they like come as a package.
Because she's the Toby of the group.
Yeah. But yeah, Kendall didn't really go anywhere. Maddie and Mackenzie sort of. Listen, let me tell you about JoJo.
Tell
You've
me
been
about
dying.
JoJo.
You've been dying to know more about JoJo. Okay, but this was because this is what I was trying to understand. She was only on this show for 2 seasons.
It's crazy.
Yes. Okay. So
first
like,
off, good for her.
Right, like she got out of there. So like all these other girls were on there for so long and like didn't become famous. So I'm like, how is it that JoJo got so much more famous than anybody else and she was only on the show for 2 seasons? So my deep dive is JoJo was, I guess, kind of discovered. I guess there was like a Dance Moms spin-off competition show.
Oh,
and
okay.
JoJo entered that when she was like 9. And like that, like it was something run by Abby to like find the next great whatever.
Make money.
Yeah. To become more famous and yell at children and make money. So then from there, JoJo ended up like leveraging that to get onto the show when she was like 11, 12, 13. So for 2 seasons. But then like right after she left Dance Moms, she like blew up on YouTube. So she became like a huge YouTube sensation. She put out a single which got like 900 million views or something, like crazy, like YouTube traffic, and like has millions of followers, like all this stuff on YouTube.
So she made a music video.
She also was trying to, but that's why this is so interesting because these other girls made music videos and went nowhere, but JoJo made a music video and now is huge.
I guess it worked.
So from what the internet told me is that she was really good about branding. Like the other girls were just like very generic pop stars. But like if you remember the pictures of JoJo Siwa at Target, like on the items you've bought, like she's got the side ponytail, she's got the bows. It was very well branded. And like that helped her YouTube presence. Like she had a persona that the other girls didn't have. And it worked.
It worked.
So she became YouTube famous. Nickelodeon picked her up. So then she got a deal with Nickelodeon and that helped her branding and like all that stuff as well. And then that's from there, like Target carried like her clothing and her like makeup, like all the stuff that's now marketed JoJo Siwa. Like I think it's the branding. Her mom was good.
Yeah, I mean, good for her. I mean, she, in this episode at least, seems like she kind of kept to herself a little bit and was obviously focusing actually on her daughter.
And I don't know. Maybe there's other episodes where her mom sucks, but like she actually seemed like one of the better moms, at least in this episode.
For sure.
I don't know. Okay, so then here's why I know JoJo. So in 2021, we're deep in the pandemic. JoJo comes out as gay or bi or Did you know this?
Yes.
Okay. So she comes out, and then later in 2021, she joins the cast of Dancing with the Stars. Do you know this?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you know why she was huge on Dancing with the Stars?
No.
Okay. So she was in the first ever same-sex partnership on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, okay, okay.
So she danced with Jenna. So
Okay.
it was really cool. So like she was in a same-sex partnership. All the dances was her and Jenna.
Awesome.
And they were so good. So it was just like a cool, I don't know. I watched that whole season. I think other people were on there too that I wanted to see. But it was a great season. She did not win, even though she was, this is the thing. First of all, should a professionally trained dancer be allowed to be on Dancing with the Stars?
Not at all. No.
Like it was not fair because she was clearly
So much better.
so good and
Yeah.
nobody else was that good, but she still didn't win. But I don't know, it was still just like a big deal, you know, that like it was this like, you know, same-sex partnership couple, and
Okay.
she was great. That's when I started, like, I don't like follow her and like I'm not obsessed with her, but I like really learned to like,
Well,
I learned more
apparently you
about
don't
her.
follow her because, again, if you didn't know about her
No.
music video, you need to go watch this music video. It is
Okay, now I'm going to.
bonkers.
This is as far like, and then once Dancing with the Stars ended, then I was like, okay, bye, on to the next. But that was when I was following her pretty closely.
Okay.
So I don't know. I feel like that's like her. I don't know. She blew up from this Dance Moms more than anyone else.
This, I mean, good slash, again, when you watch this music video, good slash bad. Because in this music video, I think she's clearly trying to shed this child persona
Yeah.
and be much more grown up.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew that she was gay slash
Oh,
bi.
okay. Okay.
Because the song's kind of all about
Okay.
that, I guess.
Yeah. This is it's gonna be a challenge. Like, but you know what? Like Miley Cyrus broke free. Literally. Like, you know, like Miley Cyrus is very similar as a teenager in terms of like the branding, and like she was like Hannah Montana and like
True.
had that like persona. And then somehow Miley like came back as a real, I don't know, adult artist. And now, you know, I mean, you can argue if she's good or not, but
I mean, Selena
she's definitely-
Gomez, she did it too.
yeah. I mean, I would say Miley was way more of like, you're a child persona. Like I don't know. Like because she was branded as Hannah Montana,
Sure.
like Selena kind of, yeah, I could see
She came
that.
from, Selena came from a kid's show too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's the branding that I'm really like focusing on. And like the big blonde hair,
Yes.
I don't know, of Hannah Montana and JoJo Siwa. But I don't know. So I hope the best for her. I hope she's able to like do what Miley Cyrus did. Well, maybe not all the things Miley Cyrus did, but like kind of break free as an adult. But she's only like 22 still. Like she's literally still a child. So like
She's still young.
I hope the best for her.
But again, I don't think it's going great for her.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope she's happy at least.
I hope so too.
I don't know.
hope so, too.
I just hope the best for all of these children in this show.
Yeah.
I just hope eventually they get away from Abby. Like, is
hope
Abby,
so.
did you do a deep dive? Like, is Abby still running a dance school?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know if she is.
Okay.
I think I
obviously
think
the
she
show's
still
gone,
has
but-
she has like a production company which runs all these schools
Yeah.
and all these other things. I did see that she was like a certified dance instructor,
Yeah.
but then when she started doing this show, they revoked it because they said like that goes against the spirit of
Oh.
dance. So she was no longer a certified whatever.
Okay.
But
That's
yeah, Abby's
interesting.
just a piece of shit. She's, I think she went to jail for like a day or something like that because of like
Yeah.
fraud and
Okay.
all this crap. And
Yeah.
she's just terrible, terrible human being.
It's just like, to me, I mean, we've said this many, many times now, but it's a children element that does it for me. Like, I also really loved the reality. Like, did you ever watch Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders with your wife?
I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes.
Okay. It's like Cheer was also on Netflix. It's a great documentary about cheerleading.
I've seen a
Like,
couple of
I
that, yeah.
love the like idea of like coaching and like getting them to be like better dancers and all of this. But like to me, the difference is you're yelling at children in Dance Moms, whereas like DCC and Cheer, like they're adults. And so you might kind of treat them harshly or be mean, but like they're adults, so it's okay.
Or like Gordon Ramsay when he yells at
yeah.
everyone in the kitchen.
Does he yell at
It's like-
kids?
I think play probably like
Because doesn't he have like a kids version?
there is a kids version. Oh yeah, maybe
he
Gordon
yell at
Ramsay is not a good
kids?
example.
Is that still on TV?
But I think everyone
he, like, actually yell at
knows. But I don't think. But I
them?
think if you get yelled at, you just know it's just all pretend.
Plus, isn't that just like you go on the show like temporary? It's not like your dance coach who you see
No.
24/7 every day.
No, like your whole life
yeah.
and everything, your whole dance career is dependent on this one person. No.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Again, like I didn't dance, but I did competitive gymnastics, and like your coach like has a lot of like you're with your coach a lot. Like they have a lot of influence on you. Thankfully, I never had an abusive coach like this. Like that seems horrific. I mean, and if I had, I would have quit. Like that's the thing is I know these girls really want to be famous. I don't know. Maybe their parents wouldn't let them quit, but I was the type that like if the coach is going to be a dick to me, like I'm out. Like peace. So I don't know. I just want the best for these girls.
I mean, I think it's
like quit if you want to.
The kids want to be famous, but it's because mostly the moms want them to be famous. The moms want them to.
I don't know. What would you do if your kid was like, I want to be famous. Can I go to this dance school? And
no. No.
What if your kid,
Wait, so are you talking about the Abby?
Maybe not
school?
like her in particular, but like, what if one of your kids turns out to be like a prodigy in something and like, they're like, I want to now be a famous whatever. Like we need to go to auditions. We need to like be on the road. We need to like, devote our lives to my talent.
Oh man. And it's funny you bring this up because again, on that podcast I like to listen to, Pod Meets World, where it's all about
like they're like child
world.
stars.
They talk about this a lot, right?
Yeah.
And they ask in the beginning of the podcast, they ask the question of themselves too, because 2 of the 3 have children of their own.
Yeah.
And seeing as they were child stars themselves, would they allow their children to be child actors? And for both of them, they're like, no, we wouldn't, because it is a toxic environment.
Yeah.
And that's in acting, right? So for my question, my response is, if they're a prodigy and they want to try, I will support them. But the moment, and we'd have open dialogue, conversation about, are you still enjoying this? Is this still your passion?
Yeah.
If it is, then let's put in the work, let's put in the effort, and let's see how far we can take this. Mm-hmm. But if they are having a coach like this,
I know.
No, hell no. We'll go find someone else.
I know.
There's always someone who's better out there.
Dude, we even left a travel soccer team because of a coach. Like, it's pretty low stakes, and it's still, it's like, I'm not even going to do this like 1 year on this soccer team if the coach is yelling at you all the time.
Right.
So, yeah, that's how I feel too.
Okay.
But also neither of my children. Love you kids, but like, don't think they're prodigies in anything at this stage. So I don't think I have to worry about it.
We'll see about my kids.
We'll see what happens.
Yes.
Oh man. All right. Well, I think that's like all the storylines, right?
I think that's everything. I think the only one last thing we had to talk, I just wanted to bring up was my wife producer, as we were watching this together, she brought it up very early on that this was just like an episode of 30 Rock. Like how ridiculous. Like this, like the characters in this show was like something that would be scripted as a satire on 30 Rock.
That is a great point. They were clearly playing like characters.
Yes.
It did feel very caricaturish.
It was just so over the top.
So over the top. Yeah, just the way the entire show, it's just so obviously fake. And, we've watched a Bravo show before. We know I'm into Bravo. Like, I don't know, there's just a difference between like Bravo fake and like Lifetime fake. Like Bravo fake, it's fake, but they do a better job that like you kind of believe it. This is just like so low budge, low production that it's like, this is fake.
Really? You think this is lower production than
Bravo? Absolutely.
Bravo?
Yes. Bravo is a notch up for sure than this.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think some of the stuff I've seen, no, I think it's some of the,
Okay.
I forget, was it one show?
We can debate this another time.
Vanderpump Rules,
Okay,
right?
that's one of my favorite shows.
The production seemed very similar to this one. Like going to this bar and then have them everyone sit around and talk. It seemed like the
It's
same type.
it's like a notch up in terms of it could be real. Like these people actually like hang out at bars and like get into fights. Like that's like a real thing that could happen. Whereas like these dance moms, like it's not natural for like when I'm at my kid's soccer practice, it's not natural for me to be like, hey, bitch, like you're posting too much on Instagram to like another mom. Like that's not a thing that would ever happen.
I do it at my daughter's basketball games.
Like that just is like so above. Again, I'm not saying Bravo's real, but like it feels like they're at least in more natural settings than like I'm sitting at my child's practice and I'm yelling at another parent. I don't know. Okay. We can agree to disagree
on this one.
But you know what? Varn hasn't watched that much Bravo, so I don't think you have enough context to make that judgment call. New season of The Valley starts soon. Check it out.
No thanks. All right. So I think I had a whole list of questions and final thoughts, and I think we've addressed all of them.
Phew.
So let's move on. So let's move on to. I mean, do you want to do acting quality? F all around.
It was terrible.
Because there was acting.
They were acting and it was atrocious.
It was terrible. So there's that one. Let's go into the rock rating. This is our representation of color score based on 0 to 10, based on the number of POCs in this show. And I'm going to have to give this one a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
I mean, sure, we had Nia and her mom, Holly,
Yeah.
who both had central roles. But I have to dock it just because the treatment.
I know.
The treatment of these two POCs was
good.
just terrible.
It's not good.
So no, it's no.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that kind of maybe goes against what the rock rating is. I don't care.
No.
That's my scoring.
I agree with you. It's fair.
The final question. Did you like it?
As I mentioned, I enjoyed the 2 minutes of the girls dancing. I really did. I thought they were beautiful dancers, not Kendall. Sorry, Kendall. Love you.
Poor
You're okay.
Kendall.
You're a child. Don't take this. Okay. Kendall's clearly listening to this. I'm so sorry, Kendall. Anyway, I really enjoy watching dance and competition and like, you know, just things like that. So that was pretty. That was fun. The other 39 minutes was atrocious. I will never want to watch that again. So that's how I felt. What about you?
I agree wholeheartedly. The dancing was nice to watch. It was a wonderful reprieve.
Yeah.
The moms were insufferable. Do you have to have like a screechy voice to be on the show to be a dance mom? Like it was terrible. Everyone was just horrible, aside from the children.
I know, the poor kids.
The poor kids. Again, I feel like I was watching torture of these children, and I just want to go back in 2015. Why weren't people doing things about this? Why weren't people watching going, we need to help these children. We need to get them out of this abusive environment.
It is honestly baffling that this went on for so long and nobody put a stop to it. But it's wild. Anyway, I will say, like, it satisfied my curiosity. As I said at the beginning, like, I clearly knew a lot about this, and now I know it has been confirmed to me that I never need to ever watch a minute of this again. And if I ever want to see them dancing, I can just Google like YouTube clips of them dancing. And that'll satisfy that.
Absolutely.
Done. Check. Whew.
Oh boy. Well, I think that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. Remember to follow us on Spotify or wherever you're listening. And if you're liking what you hear, please rate us 5 stars. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram at The Random Episode Pod. Finally, and most importantly, come back next week for our next random episode.
Bye.